Alright, what's going on, everybody? You see the title of the stream. It's Arena plus Battlegrounds news discussion. Now, this is a live stream. I don't know exactly how much we're going to be talking about Battlegrounds today. However, there were updates to Battlegrounds, including the rewards, and also including a couple of known issues that I'm just now realizing. But we have lots to discuss here potentially. So will we spend a lot of time talking about these today or not? I don't know. It's kind of up to the people in the stream. That's kind of the plan for this evening. So yeah. Subs only, yeah? Yeah, man. Anytime there's new content released, you know, where hopefully we keep out any sort of bot spoilers and stuff like that, you know. I'll put it back on for that. It'll be back off to no longer needing to subscribe to the channel eventually. And by eventually, I mean like, I don't know, 4 days, 5 days, something like that. Anyway, what's up, people? Dude, Dragon Dagger, is that 3 days in a row? And today you have a friend. Shed and Dragon Dagger, thank you both very much. Shed, let me see, where are you saying? BG, if you would, kind sir, slap me in the face. Not the knee, not the arm, not the spine, in the face. Thank you. Shed, done. Anything for you, my friend. Your face has been slapped. Dragon Dagger, just saying Hollywood. Thank you both. Eliza, oh, so close to a triple. Almost had the triple today. Unfortunately, just missed out. Saying Face ID is slow. Oh, stupid Apple and your stupid Face ID. Yeah. Eliza, thank you nonetheless. Known issues in MCOC? Literally, how dare you suggest the thing. PWF, you're right, dude. Why would I ever think that there were any sort of issues, known or unknown, in MCOC? I couldn't actually imagine it, so I don't know why it would even come to mind at all. But I thought the Rocky Mountains would be a little rockier than this. Yep. That John Denver was really full of it. Yeah, I'm that friend. Hey, when's the next milestone arena grind? You're looking at it right now. It's every day. It is 3 days in a row. Sadly, this will end my streak as tomorrow I plan to be sleeping. Ah, Dragon Dagger. Who needs sleep when you're on a hot streak, dude? Yo, Brian guy, I feel like it's been a short while since I've been here. How's the West Coast life? Yo, Ghost Dog. Things are good, man. Temperature-wise, everything's been, like, great recently, the past, you know, few days. Comcast can still suck my nuts, so that's you know, that's still a thing. But hey, we're 3.5 minutes into the stream and no lag tonight, so that's good at least, right? Hey, Nick, what's up, dude? What's up, BG? Interested to hear your thoughts on Battlegrounds. The monetization has sapped all my enthusiasm for the mode and the game in general, to be honest. I hear that, dude. The monetization, I feel like, has been a little rough in recent-ish time. However, we'll see. We'll see. Battlegrounds, I think they made a number of changes that actually make the mode a lot more accessible, but we'll see. We'll see. I actually haven't read through all of the changes and stuff like that, so we're gonna be going through that and discussing it tonight. Let me go ahead and get a tweet out so that we can actually kick this stream off properly. Let's do that. Dearest, yeah, Marvel Champions. Let's see. Whoa. Lots of Battleground info coming out today. Let's take a look and chat about it. Okay. Whoa, lots of Battlegrounds info coming out today. Let's take a look and chat about it too. Okay. Eric Nelson said over a bug saying, so bananas, remember the tweet from me the other day about a generic on Hyper Falcon? Well, a new champ has entered the fray. I-Bomb is almost max rank 2 level and will be my next science rank 4. Okay. Is that, you committing to that one? Is that going to be your generic champ right there? Okay. If you're handsome, Brian. Tom, don't even do this to me. Don't you start buttering me up now so that you can... You know, I was going to say something that could be perceived a certain way. But I feel like Simon's looming. He's going to talk about something involving butter in a certain place. Anyway, she had said it over a buck. Another bug. Thanks, dude. Saying, so BG, now that Battlegrounds is a thing permanently, Crystal cleanup when? Asking for a friend. It's still not a thing yet. And although we've never seen a bug, ever, in MCOC, it would be the first. Anything can happen. And it could potentially prevent Battlegrounds from releasing at an expected release date. So, we'll see. We shall see. The real monetization gut punch was hidden in the main post. You'll have to read Mike's comments as well. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Hidden in the main post. You have to read Mike's comments as well. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to doing that. Oh my goodness. We have a triple sigh out of Pixie already. What happened? How is this possible? Clarissa saying, no, sir, I don't like this later goobers. For discussing Battlegrounds? Really? Okay. Well, we're going to discuss. I will see you later, I guess. Let's see here. We got nothing on this map. Let's go this way. If the game will let me. There we go. Farmer Brain, what's the name of that place with all the crap on the walls and the mozzarella sticks? Shenanigans? You're talking about shenanigans? Alright, let me see here. Let's start talking about this post. So there's two as far as I'm aware. I don't know how much overlap there is between them, but this is like the news section of MCOC, you know, not the forums. And then there's the actual forum post that has, you know, the rewards and stuff like that. I want to take a look at both just to make sure we're not missing anything. Pixie, come back. You have to talk to the guy from Abdo's stream last night. Was there a weirdo in Abdo's stream last night? Let me see here. Battlegrounds arrives officially to the contest on September 12th at 10 a.m. PST. That's very soon. That is, Monday to be exact. Okay. Challenge your friends or alliance mates or focus on climbing the ranks to the victory track to the Gladiator circuit for top rewards. Gather your best champions, your skills, and a dash of luck to take on the latest game mode available to all summoners who have achieved Uncollected and up. So what this is telling me is I have to do a new account challenge. I have to race to Uncollected and then get as high as I possibly can in Battlegrounds. Tempting. That'd be a fun challenge, right? Tempting. Poor BG, this is a long post. Is it a long post? Well, it's about an interesting subject, so I don't mind taking a closer look. Unlike usual, where I'm just like, ugh, get on with it. That's probably how Clarissa feels right now. ZZZ English ZZZ with that member button. Thank you very much. Saying, recorded my first video today with OBS. Definitely not used to hearing my voice on playback. That happens to everybody, man. That happens to literally everybody. Everyone's like, what is this? I hate this. This is terrible. No one likes the sound of their own voice. Much to contradict how some people may feel, since I talk a lot and might say I like to hear my own voice. You get used to it eventually, and it's you know, just another voice. But just know that to everybody else, it's just another voice. No one cares. Everyone thinks you sound normal. The only reason you don't sound normal to yourself is because of the way you thought you sounded. It's weird. Anyway, dude, thank you very much. Was that first time member or was that? I didn't think that was first time member. Is that a remembering? Either way, man, thank you very much. Welcome. Please enjoy your banana. Appreciate that support. All right, Jack Watson with the 10 Australian bucks. Did I see a little Comcast lag? Oh, Comcast. Hold it, man. Hold it. All right, Jack, thank you, dude. Saying ABG, my birthday is coming up soon, and I just want to say thank you. You've helped me sleep and calm down so much. I wish you the best of pulls and future crystals. Hashtag Messiah for mod and read next. Jack, dude, what a nice message. Thank you very much, man. Let me see here. The next one is, many people are actually born with 4 kidneys. What? By the time they reach adulthood, though, 2 of them become adult knees. Okay. An anatomy joke involving kidneys and actual knees. To quote Charlie Kelly, when he was asked, what are his dislikes? He said, people's knees. I too. I don't know how that connects to this joke, but the point is the joke is bad. Boo, dude. Freaking boo. EG will do Eternity of Pain for the next one, probably. Oh, if someone's asking me to do Eternity of Pain, yeah, I will eventually do that. Maybe tomorrow or Sunday or something like that. I don't know. Hey, Brian, what do you think? KT post video about Karate Mike. Did he post another one? If you're talking about the first couple, I thought they were in extremely poor taste, and the apology was about as bad as a Kabam forum post that I wish he would critique as hard as he does forum post. There you go. All right, let's get back to this though. Let's see here, man. Battlegrounds at a glance. Build your deck with your top 30 champions to challenge your fellow summoners in a best of 3 all-out brawl. Okay. Advance through the victory track to reach the Gladiator circuit for monthly seasons and top rewards. Seasons will be 4 weeks with changing meta each week and a 1-week break between. Yeah. Okay. An all-new Alliance event and solo events with Battlegrounds, milestones, and rewards will be added into rotation. It's interesting that they're making an Alliance event. I guess they do like to try to tie everything into alliances, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I kind of wish that they would keep the solo events just to solo, but whatever. Okay, challenge your friends in 1v1 matches with no entry cost. They must be on your friends list or in your alliance. These matches will use the victory track node set. Okay. I wonder if they actually have to be on your friends lists or in your alliance, because for incursions they don't have to be, right? I don't know. On the one hand, I like this because that means I'm not going to get spammed as much, but I already get spammed when it comes to the incursions. So I feel like they need to change the way the incursions invites are enabled if they're going to have it so like this. Otherwise, I'd rather them just open it up. That way in tournaments, you don't have to go through the additional step of adding each other to a friends list. They could just be like, okay, well, we're paired up, so let's queue up a game together. So minor, but whatever. Let's move on. Create multiple decks to be used at the click of a button, including a specific mastery set for each deck. Up to 3 total decks can be unlocked and used. Okay. So this is amazing. We already knew about this. We already knew about some of this stuff from the video that they released before. But yeah, I really like having multiple decks that you could save and the masteries tied to them. Enter each competitive battleground match with either 15 energy or 15 elders marks. Okay. It's kind of interesting that they're giving a number to the elders marks that isn't 1, you know, where like energy, okay, you're gonna select 15 energy. I get it, energy is used for other things, and in some quests it's literally 1 energy to move, right? Well, elder marks, is that going to be used for something else? Why is it a large number? Why is it not just 1? Maybe they want it to equate, like 1 elder's mark is 1 energy, I guess. Okay. Brady Kenny, thank you for the 2, by the way, saying October 18th, Marvel Snap global launch. Okay, yeah, I saw that today too, actually. I could finally play it then. It's about time, right? Brady, thank you very much for the 2. Can't wait to actually try it out. What the crap are these elder marks? I don't know. I'm adding unsolicited BG invite to the drinks for it. Oh, man. Oh, BG, you're actually turning into Kevin the Sea Cucumber. Oh, my God. All right, you know what? Let's get back to reading here. None of these messages are about what I'm reading here. You can find out about Elder's Marks further in the post and the rewards post, BG. Okay. All right, let's continue on. I'm going to try to read through this a little bit faster, and then we can open up the discussion. Or at least I'll read like a chunk, and then we can discuss kind of thing. All right, let's see here. So, Battlegrounds updates from beta. Champion charges have been removed. Excellent. Champions that have been selected but not locked in will be chosen when timer elapses. Beautiful. Additional time has been added to the first defender picked of the draft. Also amazing. These are all fantastic changes so far. All right, scoring breakdown has been updated with more information. Good. I'm curious to see how that looks. These were all things that I critiqued about, including the scoring breakdown. So this is all great stuff. Summoners can now tap to an opponent's profile picture to view their summoner profile and add them as a friend or a flag account for cheating. Excellent. So there's definitely going to be some people that have like false flags, but as long as Kabam is actually looking into it and it's not just a purely automated system, which I can't imagine it would be a purely automated system, then there's nothing to fear about this. This is just all good. Okay, health increase has returned to 300%, and timers have returned to 2 minutes. I don't know how much I played of like the lower health percentage and the lower timers, but I think this is good. When the fights just in my head when they seemed like they'd be faster, or was the last round I played? Maybe the last round I played actually did have the shorter timers. Either way, it kind of removes some threats, like Ebony Maw, for example. When he doesn't have as much health, he's just, you know, you can kind of chew through them before the threats happen, or Mojo with him not building up his stuff. You know, I think it's good for the fights to last a little bit longer than they do. I still think that the way to go is like, rather than lowering health, if they really wanted to make faster fights, is just reward players in an offensive way by performing an action. So for example, if you can fully dex a special, you should be rewarded with like a temporary attack increase or something like that, and it would just really allow players to flex their skills rather than just being able to, like, you know, buy power. Because I mean, obviously you can get champions in ways that are not just like swiping a credit card or something like that, right? You can grind the arena, you could play whatever event to give you the count, all that stuff, right? But the point is, a lot of the power comes before the match, which I think is good, but I think some of the power should happen in the match, based on your actions. So I hope they do add that in the future, but otherwise this is all really good stuff. Okay, the details. Battlegrounds arrived in the contest, and for those not familiar with the game mode, here's a breakdown of all the details. Well, I think we can skip through some of this stuff. This is for those that are not familiar. And if you're one of those people, well, maybe go check out a video or a stream or something like that. Right, mastery presets. Let's get back to this. Speaking of mastery presets, here's how their functionality is going to work. A summoner can apply their current active mastery set to one of their decks. If there is no mastery preset enabled, the deck will reference whatever masteries the summoner is using at the time for the match. To apply their current masteries to a deck, summoners will need to use the Apply Mastery Loadout button above the deck list. If there is already a mastery loadout applied to a particular deck, tapping the button again will prompt the summoner if they want to override the previously saved mastery tree with their current setup. So, listen, it's a minor complaint that I'm gonna have here on this one. It's great that we're able to save masteries. This is not the absolute most ideal way of being able to save masteries, though. Because this means anytime you want to change a particular mastery setup, you have to change it on your actual account. You have to, go here. You have to still fully recover your masteries and put them in exactly the spots you want. Then go back to your deck. Then hit the save button again. And then if you want, you can switch away. And yeah, that's not really ideal. It's better than nothing that we have this. It's significantly better than nothing that we were able to save these masteries. Hopefully one day we'll be able to see an improved version of that where, let's just say you wanted to experiment a little bit and you're like, I really want to try Resonate. I want to see how that goes. So maybe you can just take a couple points from someplace else, pop them into Resonate, and then a few matches later you're like, you know what? This actually, I'm not really feeling Resonate. I want to take it away. And then if you have to do that, you have to reset your entire trees and stuff like that. It's less than ideal, but again, this is better than, this is still significantly better than not having mastery trees saved. I think for the majority of people, it'll be fine. You might just have to set up your masteries once. Maybe you'll change them every so often or something like that. But for the most part, a lot of people will probably just leave their masteries the same anyway. So, okay. All right, so there's no cost associated with switching mastery loadouts. Except for the cost of actually... there should be a little asterisk here of accept the cost of switching your masteries, because there's definitely a cost associated. It's just they're talking about saving your masteries to a specific deck. So, okay. All right, victory track. All summoners will begin their battleground dominance on the victory track, and they'll have to climb through each of the divisions to reach the Gladiator circuit, where seasonal rewards will be available. And summoners will strive to reach a Celestial Division ranking. And to climb the divisions of Victory Track, summoners will need to acquire victory medals. How? Simple. Winning battleground matches. Each win will provide a summoner with 1 victory medal. Losing a battleground match will remove 1 victory medal. Summoners cannot D-rank after they reach a new division. Okay, I like this. It puts something on the line. There will be times where it feels bad, because it feels like you're just losing your progress as you're maybe win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game. But I actually like the feeling of that from playing Hearthstone, for example. It's exactly how it worked there. And it was cool. Martin, thank you for the loony saying, tweet please. Okay, quick detour away from this. Let's see what we got in the Tweetiverse. You were missing out on some of the cab shards last month with the solo event milestones. This was out of 4 I opened so far this month. Don't sell them short. Hey, nice, dude. Hey, dude. Wow. Got a dupe on your jugs and a new She-Hulk. Very nice. If only that was typical, Messiah would be a mod a few times over at this point. But congrats, dude. Congratulations. So there's a one-time cost. I'm okay with that. For the masteries, yeah, basically for the masteries, yeah. Can't believe it's been this long and there still isn't mastery loadouts. Well, at least they will be with this mode, so it's cool. This is a cool looking victory medal, by the way. Aegon, for those that don't know, in addition to being a powerful champion that is good for Abyss and Labyrinth and stuff like that, Aegon is the original contest champion. The winner of the first ever contest of champions. I think Kabam said there's 7 total winners so far or something like that. It'd be interesting to see like another winner appear. But so far, to my knowledge, Aegon is the only one that we know of. Maybe in the comics, maybe there was something else. I don't know. But okay, so that's a victory medal. The number of victory medals required for each division are as follows. Okay, so when you're in Bronze 3, 0 victory medals. I guess you just have to win like one game to get promoted. Then you need 2 victory medals, 3 victory medals. In Hearthstone, the way it worked is like if you're on a win streak, you would win more than one at a time, sort of thing. I'm curious if that's going to be a thing here. Although, you also have to win like 5 games. The medals look cool. Here's what I'm really curious about. I'm really curious if this stuff is at all repurposed from Realm of Champions, you know? The 2 games, of course, they're like set in the same universe, so of course they have similar art styles. And we know that game was built to be more competitive, right? So, how do you get these medals? By winning. You have to win games, and then you get these medals. All right. Upon reaching a new division, the associated rewards are paid out immediately. Okay. This is interesting. Typically with rewards, we have to wait a while, but if you go up a division, you're going to get some new goodies right away, so that's cool. Worried about losing a rank? Utilize a victory shield to make sure that victory medals are not lost in the event of a loss. They can be enabled before joining matchmaking and are consumed regardless of the match result. Summoners can purchase victory shields with trophy tokens and units in the Battlegrounds store. It's important to note that victory shields cannot be used in the Gladiator circuit. Okay, I'm totally okay with this. The victory shield concept, it's just to get you through the divisions as an optional thing, to get you through all this stuff. And then once you're in like the higher, like the actual real ranking modes there, they can't be used. I think that's great. 0 issues with that. The victory track rankings will have the same nodes on the defenders for the entire month-long season. The first set of nodes are the following. Wait, hold on. Same nodes, defenders for the entire month-long season? Oh, okay. I think I understand now. Because the victory track, not the Gladiator circuit. The Gladiator circuit, I think, is going to change. Okay, let's see here. Weeks 1 through 4, Bulwark 2. Defenders immune to armor break debuffs. Whenever a defender loses more than 5% of their max health from a single strike, they gain an indestructible buff for 8 seconds. This indestructible is removed when the attacker finishes a special attack and goes in cooldown for 10 seconds. Blah, blah, blah. Explosive personality, so don't hit their block, otherwise you're going to make them explode. Okay. And then Gladiator Circuit, once the summoner has reached the Vibranium division, they are eligible to participate in the Gladiator Circuit. This is where summoners will have a chance to push to be on the global leaderboard to achieve the top position each season. At the end of every season, it will be reset, allowing for a new set of summoners to have a chance to rise to the top. Each season will last a month, with a week-long break in between seasons. The nodes on Battlegrounds defenders will change weekly, with the first starting set being the following. Alright, so Bulwark 3, Explosive Personality, Dodge 2. Defenders have a 7.5% chance to evade incoming attacks. Whenever a defender evades an attack, they gain 30% of bar of power. Best Defense 2. The defender gains plus 40% evade and auto block ability accuracy. Trigger and evade or auto block grants the defender 20% of bar of power. Okay. And then week 3 is Protect 2. Whenever the attacker deals more than 300% of their base attack in a single hit defender, the defender gains a stack of protection, reducing all damage taken by 20%. Stacks of protection are capped at 4, and the defender loses 2 stacks when they're intercepted. And Mighty Charge. But this is Mighty Charge 1. For medium, blah, 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 blah. Passively unstoppable until the dash ends. Interesting. Week 3 is going to be very interesting, or people are going to hate it. I don't know which. I can't tell. All right, week 4, Flow 2. Critical strikes against defenders grant Power Flood, causing them to gain 35% of their max power. over 15 seconds. And then power buildup. When the defender reaches 2 bars of power, they gain an indefinite prowess buff every 2 seconds, increasing special attack by 100%. Okay. Okay. In order to climb the different divisions in the Gladiator circuit, summoners will need to win matches to gain their Battlegrounds rating. Losing a match will result in the summoner losing Battlegrounds rating, but it is not possible to drop out of the Gladiator circuit once it has been reached. As a reminder, victory shields cannot be used in the Gladiator circuit. At the end of the season, rewards will be paid out based on a summoner's rank in the Gladiator circuit. Okay. King of Arenas, thank you for the loony, saying, check Twitter, please, BG. All right. Another quick Twitter check. Let's see here. King of Arenas. Oh, yeah. I felt like opening up my any gold crystals I had. Now got 245 million gold. Jesus, dude. That's a lot of gold. Is this one 30 million down there? Picture's a little small, but I think that's 30 mil. Good lord. You know how many people wish they had that gold? Rip. Messiah sent it over 50. Messiah, thank you, dude. Saying puny peasants. Hashtag Messiah for Godbot. Hashtag I'm only here for Baba. Hashtag I'm telling the secret. What secret? Hashtag F the damn bulls. Oh, man. Hashtag 6-star basic next month or poll. Hashtag make reservations. Right, make reservations of the 6-star crystal? Is that the reservation? Oh man, Messiah! Man, thank you very much, dude. So generous as always, man. Thank you very much. Okay. This is tough to read all this and discuss at the same time. I'm trying to find a balance, but there's not a whole lot of balance to it right now. Right now, it's kind of just figuring all this stuff out. So we should be able to have a more open discussion soon. But for now, I'm just going to kind of keep going through some of it here. All right, the number of spots in each division of the Gladiator circuit is listed below. It's a pretty cool symbol. Okay, so yeah, it's just one. These are the ranks, right? Yeah, they must be the ranks, because why would there be a range if it weren't the ranks? Okay. I don't necessarily like the way they have these. Minor gripe. But like Celestial 1, Celestial 2, Celestial 3. Okay, fine. But then Celestial 4 is like ranks 4 to 10. Call this something different, man. I don't know. It's a little odd. Anyway. Cool stuff. Cool symbols. I like it. This looks like some sort of punch that went really bad. Like it's been sitting out for weeks at a time. Don't drink this. Whatever that is. Okay, rewards. Here we go. The Battlegrounds rewards come in a variety of shapes, sizes, and currencies. Are there new currencies? Like more than one new currency? Depending on where you're at on the victory track, the Gladiator circuit, and what a summoner chooses to pick up in the Battlegrounds store, here are all the different types of rewards for Battlegrounds. So, victory track. For each rank advanced through as they gain more and more wins, summoners will receive rewards for reaching that point. This will be one of the main ways to earn Elder's Marks. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Here's the Elder Marks. Elder Marks are a currency that is able to be used in both Victory Track and Gladiator Circuit in place of the energy required for a match. Enter a match using Elder's Marks in order to make progress in both the season-long alliance and solo events, which can yield lucrative rewards. Okay. If you run out of Elder's Marks mid-season, a small amount can be purchased with trophy tokens from the Battleground store, or an unlimited amount can be purchased with units, as expected. Gladiator Circuit. The Gladiator Circuit season operates on a monthly basis with 4 weeks on and then 1 week off before the season begins again. At the end of the season, depending on a summoner's rank, they'll receive different reward payouts. Okay. Store. The Battleground store, which contains all sorts of rewards, including Catalyst Shards, Elder's Marks, and other items to assist in the Battle Realm, will be where summoners can spend their trophy tokens. Different rewards will have different refresh timers, and summoners We will hold a maximum of 150,000 trophy tokens. So this is like the story that we've already seen in game, right? Yeah, this all looks the same as the live game. How Battleground works. We don't need to read this part. Are they just giving us the same info over and over again? In here, I think. Yeah, we can skip past this. Yep. Pick your champions. Counter the opponent's champions. Got it. This all looks the same. Battlegrounds fighter score in the following way: defender health, attacker health, fight time remaining. Okay. Well, this looks a little different. This screen, right? This little like outline here. I don't think that was there before. Either way, best of 3. Summoner wins the first 2 battles. The third will not be played, and that summoner will be declared the victor and awarded additional Battlegrounds rating points. So you are rewarded for going 2-0 versus like 2-1. If summoner loses the match, they will lose some Battleground rating points. Once you reach the Gladiator circuit, they will not be demoted to the victor track. Okay, so that's that entire post. We'll go through the forum post of the rewards and get to like Mike's replies in a sec too.
Okay, now that Messiah is in the chat. I told them that we needed to do a do-over for my birthday.
What do you mean?
Oh, because of all the kids were there, you know. We needed to do a do-over for my birthday at dinner.
Okay.
And he's like, you better go out and do it real fancy.
What do you mean real fancy?
Otherwise,
like a top hat?
In a suit, right? Or he said he's gonna come here and show up and show out for us. And I say, bet!
What did you... I don't have a top hat though.
We'll go to the hat store and get you a top hat. But I say, bet, Messiah?
Okay. I said reservations. Is that what you're talking about? Is that the reservations, Messiah? Oh man. Okay. The payouts are listed on the forum post, BG. Okay, Dragon got it. All right, Maverick. Thank you very much for the 2 saying BG. Where do you think you'll place? Gamma 1, 2, or 3? Which one's Gamma again? I don't think I'm placing very high. I don't know if Gamma is high or low or what. The names are not super clear as to how powerful they are. Maybe for the people that are familiar with Marvel stuff, maybe they actually know, but Rango, look at my dog on Twitter. Easy, you sent over doggo pics. When you know you're not supposed to jump on the couch, but you also know that Easy isn't paying attention. Well, how could you not let the doggo jump on the couch? Look what a good doggo. Just wants to rest its head on the pillow here. But now the dog looks crazy. You've been spotted. Oh, man. What a good doggo. Damn it, failed shade. Oh, so that is not a high rank then, huh? Okay. Pulled the 5-star superior Iron Man out of a Mystic the other day and... Oh, Mythic. I was going to say out of a Mystic. Wait, what? The other day and thought I earned this. Rip. Okay, so let's talk some Battleground rewards. Now we know how the system's going to work. Breakdown. Cool. A lot of good changes they announced there. But what about the rewards? How are the rewards going to look? Dude, Messiah just said it over $100 and I said reservations, mofo. I better see a pic. Are those Yeah, those are alcohol glasses, it seems. Oh, man. Messiah. Thank you, dude. Thank you very much, man. I guess I'll have to buy a top hat or something. Dude. Messiah, thank you, man. Okay, let's... Oh, man, let's see here. Let's see here. Dude, thank you very much for shattering my knees. The reward structure is where they lost my excitement for this season and probably the next. Interesting. Okay. All right. Knees being shattered aside, I want to really focus on this stuff a little bit so I could understand it. So let's get into it here. All right. Greetings, Summoners, with Battlegrounds releasing a few days ago. Yeah. We read all that. Okay, solo objective, win matches for trophy tokens. Solo / alliance events, milestone and rank rewards are earned by entering with Elder's Marks. Victory tracks, seasonal rewards for reaching new divisions. Gladiator circuit, seasonal ranked rewards unlocked by climbing Battlegrounds rating, exclusive for summoners that have completed the victory track. Okay. And Battleground store, like the loyalty and glory stores, this is a campaign progression level based store with rewards to help you strengthen your roster. Okay, yeah, cool. Okay, so objectives. Objective resets every 2 days. Win 5 matches for 650 trophy tokens. Simple. They had this during the beta, right? This... Every 2 days, huh? That's very quick. They really want you in there playing a lot, I guess. I don't know. Alright, solo event. To progress in solo events, you must enter matches with Elder's Marks. Duration 28 days. How to earn points. Fights 1, you get 200 points. Matches complete, 1,250 points. That's a lot of milestones here. 3 million, or not 3 million, 300,000 points for the final one. So... on average, it's 50-50. You're gonna win. Everyone averages out to 50-50 at least, right? There's always one winner, one loser of a match, unless there's a tie, in which I guess there's 2 losers. But let's just say 50-50, which means on average you could expect to get 100 additional points. This is fights 1 though, right? This is not just like matches 1. All right, so fights 1, I guess that's like 1.5 per match. That would be, or would that be? No, yeah. Well, actually, okay. So some matches you could win 0, and then some matches you could win 2. So I guess on average it's 1 really. Okay, so 1450 essentially, right? 1,450 points is what you can expect. Obviously, some matches you'll win more. If you're really good, you'll win. You'll average a fair bit higher than that. But let's see here. So 300,000 points divided by 1,450. If you want to hit all the milestones, that's 207 battleground matches that you're gonna have to play in a 28-day period. That's a lot. That's a lot. What if you're really good and you win every single fight that you ever play? Which means it would be... let's see, 300,000 divided by 1,650. If you could win 2 matches per, or 2 fights per match, never lose or anything. Even that, it's 182. 182 matches. That's even then, it's still so many. Okay. What is this? A chart made for ants? Can we make this? Oh my god. There's never a good way to make this larger. Okay, so this is the solo event ranked rewards. If you are rank 1, you get a 6-star awakening gem. It looks like anywhere up to rank 500 gets a 6-star awakening gem. And then you get 6-star sig stones. You get actually 40 plus 5s for the top rank, 30 plus 5s for, you know, top 10, and then 100 6-star 6 stones. Those go down to about rank 1000. Then you get 6 stone crystals for these other ranks. 6-star hero shards as well. So obviously rank 1, you get an amazing payout. 60,000 6-star shards. 200 6 stones, 6-star awakening gem. That's really good. Very rewarding, but yeah. Alright, Alliance event. To progress in Alliance events, you must enter matches with Elder's Marks. But you can just buy Elder's Marks with units, right? They said you could buy more Elder's Marks with units. So that means you can't enter with regular energy. That's how that works. So if you run out of regular energy, I'm sorry, if you run out of Elder's Marks, you can't queue up with energy in order to qualify. You have to buy Elder's Marks to then this is just for the Alliance events though, not for the solo events? Oh no, for solo events as well. Interesting. I wonder how do they say where you get the Elder Marks? Like how many you get a month? How to earn points. Player drafts a champion. Player assigns attacker. Player assigns a defender. Matches complete. Why do they give points for this? That's weird, I guess. I don't know. Okay. God, it's so small though. All right, let's see. What is this? Okay. That 85,000? Oh my god, I think that's 85,000. It's either 85 or 65. I think it's 85. Tier 6 basic catalyst fragments, 67,000 tier 3 alpha, 4 tier 5 class catalysts, 50,000 trophy tokens. Okay, and then of course it goes down from there. Okay, this is for the Alliance. Okay, Alliance event milestones. Okay, so this is where you get the Elder's Marks. I see. It's where you get some of them, at least. You get quite a few, actually. That ends up being a lot. I mean, I don't know how easy it is to hit all these milestones. Like, I don't necessarily feel like doing the math on this. I kind of just want to see how it feels in-game. Even though I'm not in an active alliance, so I'll have to look at other alliances. But okay, this ends up being a lot of Elder's Marks. Victory track resets seasonally, so you gain more Elder's Marks here as you go through the victory track. I see. It seems like you could play a lot of games for free, but I at the same time I don't know exactly if that's true. All right, Gladiator circuit resets seasonally. Gain access to the Gladiators. Yeah. Okay. So you just gain a lot of trophy tokens. That's all the ranked rewards are, is trophy tokens, it appears. And then with those trophy tokens, of course, you could buy whatever you want from the store. Here's the Battlegrounds store. Looks like there is shuffle signets, victory shields, tier 4 basic catalyst, tier 4 class catalyst selectors, tier 2 alpha catalyst fragments, 5-star shards, tier 5 basic catalysts, tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystal 10%ers, 6-star hero crystal shards, 5-star 6 stones, tier 6 class catalyst selector 5%, 6-star 6 stones. It looks like the limits are the same as before too. Limit 10, but refresh. I think these are the days, so refreshes every 7 days. And then tier 6, this is the rank 4 resources right here. Okay. There will be more updates to the store and rewards in the coming season, so keep your eyes open. I have a question, ask them in this thread. So, I don't necessarily see a ton that's, like, bad here. Except it seems like it's going to take an unrealistic amount of time to do all this. That's kind of the only a bad initial impression I got, I guess. Because I don't know how it's really possible just to add this on top of what people already do in game What? So, someone was saying to look at Mike's post though. Let me see. Shame this information had to be released on the Friday before it starts. It almost ensures that there's zero time to get feedback to be able to tune how these rewards are implemented. Sort of deflates so much of the excitement I was feeling earlier about this. There seems to be less competitive nature. I mean, this is true. Now, which seemed central to what this mode was designed for. We're always collecting feedback, but with this being the first season, unless something is egregious, it's unlikely to change anything until the next season starts. Keep the feedback coming, but just know that we want to try this out for at least one season. Okay, so... God, I'm sorry. I keep trying to suppress these burps, man. It's not easy to do. All right. I do agree with what this person says, where it feels like this is supposed to be a competitive mode, but it feels like they just turned it into a grind your ass off mode. Just to grind, get all the milestones you can. And like, that's really how I felt about the mode when it was first released, with like the different, you know, timers that we had on champions and stuff like that. And they changed that stuff, but it is still like, is it really pushing a competitive game mode, or is it pushing another mode to grind your ass off in? The thing that people are frustrated with is the fact that you can pay for Elder's Marks to be able to get the really good Alliance, War, and solo event rewards, and not in competitive rank rewards. Yeah. Problem is, most of the rewards come from the Alliance and solo events, which are pay to win, and you mostly get points by playing matches, not actually winning. So whoever spends the most and spams match win. Well, I mean, yes, so yes and no. Like, I agree with, like I just said, I definitely agree with some of that. But there is still, like, these ranks, and it is these trophy tokens that you get, it is still a big difference from, like, the lower ranks. Well, how many, so where do you get other trophy tokens? You get it here. Oh wait, no, it's the victory track. This is, okay, so this is the Alliance event milestones. You do get quite a few here. What is this? Roughly like 10, 20, maybe like 25, 28,000 or something. Maybe up to 30,000. I don't know. I don't feel like actually crunching the numbers, but just to estimate it, somewhere between 25 and 30,000 there. A lot of shards come from here. Where are you supposed to find the time, man? I just don't even understand that part. Let's see here. I think the rewards are all backwards. The majority of the rewards are for solo objective scoring or alliance scoring, which heavily favors just playing or spamming energy refills, picking your champs and quitting out versus actually having to win. Yeah. The actual rank rewards are very minimal compared to the solo event. Please consider revising the rewards and putting the majority in for being the best player, not for playing a million matches. You are seeing the game mode up. I think that's supposed to be setting. You're setting the game mode up for serious abuse from mercs and modders. We'll just spam as many matches as possible. At the very least, just change the scoring. So instead of 200 points for a win and 1250 for a match, it's 200 points for a match and 1250 for a win. Keep in mind that you are advancing in solo and alliance events solely with the use of Elder's Marks. If you haven't already, take a read through the new Battlegrounds page. I don't know what this has to do with it, but okay. Is there another post here? Let's see. I'm very confused now. I read through all of this, and this was the direct message. Enter each competitive battleground match with either 15 energy or 15 Elder's Marks. Are we not able to use energy to enter competitive play? Is it only going to unit purchases for Elder Marks then? I can't tell if that's worse. Then I'll restrict our play even more. Energy can be used to enter both the victory track and Gladiator circuit, as well as make progress in the objectives. Wait, what? Elder's Marks will do the same with the additional benefit of making progress in the solo and alliance events. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess this is how I interpreted it before, too. Okay. And that's it. Okay. All right. Well, we can get off the forums, and now we could really just talk this out, I guess, and then refer back to it as needed. Thank you for bearing with me as we were reading that. It did take a while to go through it all. There's a lot of information there. It's a massive grind with a ton of crystals / rank materials and absolutely 0 gold. Yeah, so there's 0 gold and 0 units, right? So arena's just better. Mike edited the main post to say that solo / alliance events require you to enter with Elder's Marks 100% pay to win for the top ranks. For those events at least, if you're actually trying to rank, it seems like you could play with energy too, but yeah, this is one of those situations where I wish Kabam could just make a good mode and didn't have to worry about the monetization so much. Because it feels like that they just shoot themselves in the foot of making a good mode by having to focus on the monetization, which obviously they have to do to make, you know, all the investors happy or whatever, man. Make themselves money. Whatever the reason you want to say is, the point is every single, it's not even like the money, I guess. For me, the hardest pill to swallow when they release modes like this is just, where am I supposed to get the time to play it? Like, obviously right now I'm a little bit more casual with MCOC, but let's say I just wanted to dedicate my entire life to MCOC. I forgot about everything else, okay? And I was playing more hardcore than ever. Even with that mindset, where was I supposed to find the time to squeeze in Battlegrounds? Along with having to play Arena so that I can get gold and units. And then grind this mode, you know, even more. It's just, I like grinding in games. I actually like grinding in games. But man, even I have my limits where it's just like, dude, can we just have one mode that's a little bit more sacred to like actually being competitive and not just, all right, get 400 milestones. Oh man, I do think a lot of the changes were good. It's definitely not all negative. I do think a lot of the changes are really good. Most of them I don't have an issue with. It's really just a matter of time of like, if you want to take this seriously, you're gonna treat it as like an arena system where you're actually playing against another player instead of a bot. But you're gonna treat it like an arena system where you just have to keep grinding. All right, Bo, thank you for the 5, saying I heard Infamous Iron Man is rocking the latest BG tech-friendly bald cap. Bo, this is true. Why even wear the hood? Beats me, dude. I think you should show it off, but you know, we don't really like to control what our clientele does with our caps. You know what I mean? If he wants to put the cap on, put a hood on. I've been known to wear a hood every now and again. You know what I mean? Maybe you should consult with him. Nah, see, it's okay. I'll allow him to do it. One day he'll take off the hood. He'll show the world that he is wearing the BG Tech friendly bald cap, and that'll be a great day for us, you know. Simon, thank you very much for the 100 yen, saying, hey, BG and everyone, heard we needed a joke, so I have one for you. Tweet, please, BG. Okay. We didn't need a joke, but okay. What is this? No joke, so how about a video instead? You baited me in thinking that this was just gonna be a joke, dude. Oh, God. Oh, no. I don't want to, man. Brian, can you please read it? That's important. Tom, at this point, I'm happy to read your message because I'm sure it's not going to be as bad as whatever we're about to witness from Simon. BG, I lost 3 fingers on my right hand. I asked my doctor if I would still be able to write with it. He said maybe, but I wouldn't count on it. What is this, a wood shop joke or something? Like, you know what? I take it back. I take it back because we're just delaying the inevitable and we're not delaying it in a good way. Ew, dude. Ah, Tom. All right, what is this about to be, man? Oh, God. Here we go. This is going to sound a little crazy. I don't know if I've ever said this publicly before. I don't even think I've said this to Laura before. Pain. Love it, dude. Bring my gimp because I want to embrace pain tonight. Naked and afraid in the dungeon. I have a big ass, and I will use that big ass. Taking a pounding over the years. Brutally hard. That's huge. Dude. Okay. You wanna bleed me? Fire the hole. Yes. Oh, that's so good. Created a new butt. Fire in the hole. This is a hate crime straight out of the butt. You know, just like pulling out like a whole ass pig. You guys know I'm a little bit weird with food, right? Maybe a little bit is this a pig? Underselling it. Get back in there. You can slap me around all you want, dude. I don't care what age you are. It's just fun. Some good old-fashioned fun. The little old ladies, I mean, slapping people around is a pretty good time. Listen, I didn't say I always followed proper ethics. And now I'm gonna take you. Business or pleasure? Up your butt and around the corner. Looking for booty. What? A tease. Tell the people what you're wearing. Hot Mr. Sexy Pants. A lot of leather. Look at that pair of balls right there. Sorry, dude. I thought you were talking about your nuts. Ooh. I just slap those balls? Is that what you just made me do? Come on, man. Comcast is lagging. You know, this is the first time I'm happy for Comcast to be lagging. Ooh, it's been a while since I've given masochism tips. The most difficult part about masochism is it's the spikes, because your nuts will hurt. How much more pain can someone endure, you know? Oh, hurts so bad. I kept thinking of the word fap. Am I proud of it? Look what you've done, Simon. All I'm trying to do, I was just trying to give people some advice on how to get through the masochism node, you dirty son of a... I want to know Simon's process. Because how did this fit? How do they fit together? How does it all fit together on one subject like that? And why was there a pig involved? Come on, man. Of all things, leave that pig alone. Damn it, dude. All right. Let's go hit the arena a little bit. Everybody's saying Simon for mod. Guys, Simon is the enemy. Do not join Team Simon. Pig over Battlegrounds. Wow. King Arenas said it over, Ludi. Thank you very much. Saying you've been streaming for an hour. Did you even do any arenas yet? Yes, I'm doing them right now. Here we go. Thank you very much for the loony. What a great time to send that message as I enter the arena. Thank you very much. There you go to all the clickbaiting Weenie Hut Juniors. Oh no, Scarco has adopted the Weenie Hut Junior from Pixie Belle. The world deserves at least close to the same rewards as someone who simply spends and spams. Yeah. So I mean, all right, back to the Battlegrounds discussion here. Back to the Battlegrounds discussion. What, like, out of all of the stuff, is that the only part that you guys don't like? Because that might be the only part I don't like. Like, I'm trying to think if that's really it, if that's the crux of it, if, like, you know, a lot of the changes they made were good, or bad, but I think they're good. Is the mode fun to play, or is it not fun to play? I guess out of the announcement here, that's probably my only real issue, is that it's just extremely time consuming rather than just being a strictly competitive mode, in the sense that if you're really good, you don't have to spend a lot of time. Because that's what it comes down to, is like any competitive game is extremely time consuming if you want to be the best. Because you're going up against other players that are also trying to be the best. And, I mean, you know, not necessarily everyone's trying to be the best, obviously, but, like, the more you play of something, the better you're going to get at it. You could look at chess and the amount of time a chess master spends, like... God, they have books. Can you guys even fathom having a book on MCOC? Why on earth? Talk about killing a game. Who the hell writes books on chess? Anyway, I'm sure there's at least someone in here that's read a book on chess. I'm sorry if I'm being insulting right now. But the point is, like, even simple games, and I know someone's going to take issue with me calling chess simple, but it is simple. Even simple games, you know, you have to spend an absolute crap ton of time playing it if you want to be good. However, if you're just like naturally really good at something, or maybe you pick something up a little bit faster than the average person, you can kind of flex that ability that you have, or maybe the ability that you've built up over years of playing MCOC before that mode was even released. Look at MSD. The dude's a beast, right? But he's in school full time, man. It's like his first semester of college or something like that. So now, are you telling me that even though he's insane at MCOC, he's going to have to play 250 matches to, you know, get the rewards out of the mode? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, man. 250 matches with like an average length of 10 minutes or something. It's so very time consuming. To be honest, I'm surprised someone hasn't done one already. Yeah, a book on MCOC for dummies. There you go. All right, Eric the Tax is sent over to. Thank you very much. Let me see here. New Simon challenge. Have BG quote. Huh? You think Demiak would write it? Laura said Demiak would be great at it. Okay, new Simon challenge. Have BG quote famous movie titles out of context. Hey, that'd be much better than apparently having a I don't even want to repeat it. Something involving a pig. You guys saw it. Ugh. It's not just the time investment. You have to spend units on Elder's Marks as well for the best rewards. That's true too. And where are you getting these units? Also through a mode that is extremely time consuming. Like, it's okay to have, in my opinion, it's okay to have like one time consuming mode as like a default. Like once you've done the other things in the game, you have this one time consuming mode to fall back on, arena where you kind of just put in like the rest of the time you feel like playing, you know? You knock out the other stuff, the like dumping your energy, which would only take like a few minutes to do. You make your moves in AQ or Alliance War or something like that. And Alliance War can be quite time consuming at the highest level to plan that stuff out, but it's not like a requirement of the mode. Like, that's something players put on themselves if they want to be competitive, is to like really, map things out with their alliance and stuff like that, right? Whereas the average player just picking up Alliance War, man, they can get through their path in 10 minutes, So you knock out these little things, and then you have this one final mode to fall back on, which is Arena, and that's like your free time sort of mode kind of thing. But now they're basically saying, well, we're going to take that, and we're going to double it, and best of luck to you. I don't know where you're going to find this time. Good luck inventing a time machine, I guess. You have until Monday. Good luck. All right, Zurafa sending over a loony. Thank you very much. Saying, I do have hope for relics. They originally planned on releasing relics with the mode. That's true. We didn't hear anything about relics, huh? So maybe that's what's missing from the rank rewards, which we don't know yet. Potentially. Most scares me more than anything. But I guess that could be good. Like if the relics were so much more powerful than the... Oh my god, Comcast, please. Sorry about the massive lag spike. I don't know what to do anymore. Sorry about the incredibly massive lag spike there, guys. What I was saying about relics is like, yeah, maybe they would be so good that it would just, dwarf the rest of the rewards, and you would not necessarily need to grind your ass off for them. But I don't expect that to be the case. The devs seem hell-bent on just like wanting to suck as much time from players as possible to keep us glued to MCOC and not even able to like look in another direction at another game. I don't know. I don't know if that's their intent or not. All I'm saying is that's what it feels like at times when it comes to MCOC. Log in at such and such times throughout the day. Make sure you're grinding your ass off in the following modes. I'm gonna sound old for a minute here, and like when people talk about like the glory days of gaming, let me tell you, man, this is the kind of thing that people are talking about, of like the game not requiring you to just be, I don't know, man, running on a treadmill that should be out of the movie Speed, where if you slow down below 50 miles an hour, like I don't know, man. It's just, like, it's like games are built to push you to the absolute limit until you burn out, or, of course, have to spend money to keep up, because it's unrealistic to play as much to keep up, and it's just kind of unfortunate. All right, Simon, thank you very much for another 100 yen. This better not be... I was in two minds with either a pig in there or hot dogs. Oh, God. I think pig was a good choice. Honestly, neither were good choices. Neither would have ended well for me. Oh, man. These are the glory... Oh, these are the gory days of gaming. Yeah. I was about to say, these are the glory days? To be clear, I should also say this. there are a ton of games that, you know, don't operate this way. Probably more nowadays than ever. It's just, it's hard to fund those games in comparison to like the amount of money that a game like this can make. So a lot of times, like some of the top talent or just the games that are able to get on people's radars, you know, because maybe they can advertise a little more or whatever the case is. A lot of the games that people see are, you know, these style of games versus like the indie games that you kind of have to go looking for. So to some extent, it's a little bit our fault for not just going and looking for those games and just being like, but I want to play this one. Because this is a good game. This is a very fun game. But there's only so much that they can... Oh, man. Only so much you could expect a person to put into the game, you know? Put Battlegrounds way above Arena. I'd rather step on 2 Legos than grind Arena. At least Battlegrounds is fun. Okay. That's fair to say. Games used to be so simple. Every weapon or upgrade was achievable in-game. No extra purchase after the disc of the game we want. Top relics in the top rank rewards, depending on how relics are, could definitely make up for the lack of other rank rewards. Really hope they don't just shove all the relic stuff in the event rewards too. Nobody's forcing anyone to keep up though. That's why competition is toxic. I mean, I do think competition is toxic. I agree with that. However, you don't have to compete to still feel the effects of like being burnt out by something. So I don't know if the two are, you know, mutually exclusive there. So shy away from Battlegrounds because I'm waiting for the day someone comes into chat and tells everyone how badly they beat me. Oh man, there's gonna be plenty of people that say that about me. Yeah, you just gotta ignore it. Who cares? Keeping up with all of this, including Battlegrounds, is kind of impossible. Not saying I need 1 to 10% rewards, which I can't. Don't have that kind of roster, but still, you can't even be fairly competitive with this. Yeah. So I mean, that's it right there. Is like, let's say you don't want to be competitive. Because the vast majority of players actually don't want to be competitive. Can you still... Well, maybe that's the wrong way of wording it. A lot of players don't necessarily want to chase down like the top ranked rewards. The vast majority don't want to chase those down. Being competitive is such a broad statement though, right? Where like maybe you want to be competitive, but your definition of competitive is like you just want to break into like the top 10,000 or something like that, you know, and that'll be satisfying to you. And I'm curious like if how that's gonna feel when a lot of the rewards don't come from those ranks. Is it going to encourage players to want to win, or is it going to encourage players to just want to queue up a game and the result doesn't matter? You just queued up the game, so you're getting your stuff. We'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. It's a little bit hard to predict how players are going to like or dislike that. Some people are going to like it because they don't want to feel the pressure of having to win. But then you got to ask, is this actually a solo competitive mode? if you're not even really incentivized to win very much, where you just get like some little bonuses for winning, but the reward is just showing up. You get your participation reward, you know? I don't know. Unpopular opinion, I find it funny that people are upset that Kabam, a for-profit company, is trying to make money off a game mode they have spent thousands of development hours on. I don't think that's an appropriate way to look at how players are reacting, though. Like, what if Kabam said, "Hey, we're increasing the unit cost for cav crystals, and it's actually going to cost 1,000 units now." Would you just have the same reaction of like, "Well, what? They're a company for profit. How could you be mad at them trying to make money?" There are things that are fair and there are things that are not fair, and players should want to be treated like people at the very least, you know? I think if we're being treated like little robots that, yeah, either just grind your life away in game, or if you're not happy grinding your entire life away, give us money. I feel like that's just not being treated very well as people. Because making money is one thing. It's how you make the money that's you know, what's debatable, I would say. Glad Contempt, thank you for the 2, saying all this talk about not enough time to eat. Glad Contempt, what do you got for me on the Tweeterverse? I hope you made a clock. Let's see here. Hey, why was this tier 4 class catalyst so expensive? Oh, dude. Congratulations. You didn't make a clock. You beat the clock. Very nice, man. Very nice. Congrats, dude. Congrats. But it cost them no development hours to make crystals? What? A new game mode is different that costs them money. It takes them like 6 months to create a new champion to put inside that crystal. What I'm really curious about is like, will this encourage or discourage a competitive scene in MCOC? So, incursions, you could play with anybody, right? In the incursions, you could play with like someone that's on your level, or you could play with like a friend who's just getting into MCOC, right? But if you play with that friend, you're not going to be rewarded for it because you're going to have to play on a lower level. And I mean, there's only so much time of the day, right? If you want to actually get the incursion rewards, are you really, like, how many people have the time to play with someone on their level and then help a friend out too? I did it a few times. It was hard to do, man. It was really hard to do, but I just wanted to help my friend out. And now I'm getting the same feeling about the friendly matchmaking mode in Battlegrounds, where you're not going to get rewards from it. So let's say you just wanted to have like a little tournament or something like that, right? That's going to take away time from actually getting rewards. And it wouldn't be a big deal if it didn't take that much time to get the rewards. Like, I'm not saying that they should add rewards in friendly matchmaking. Not at all. That would be totally abusable. But what I'm saying is, like, because you have to spend so much time doing the thing that gets you the rewards, there's no time to do the thing that doesn't get you the rewards. Like, there's no time for fun. You know what I mean? It's minimum 45 wins if you go 45-0 to even get to the ranked rewards circuit, and you have to do that each season. That's a lot. Is that... I wonder how that feels. It's a little bit hard for me to gauge exactly how that feels. That does seem high, but I don't know if that's high or not. I'm trying to, like, I'm making a little bit of a connection to Hearthstone, but the thing about Hearthstone is, like, if you wanted to play that mode, that's the only mode you play. And I think it was still less than 45 wins. I think it was maybe like 25 or something if you won them all in a row. Because you would start out the next season. I mean, hopefully they do something like this. Hopefully they don't make you start from scratch. So, like, wherever you end, like, if you make it to the Gladiator circuit in season 1, hopefully they start you, like, halfway there in season 2. But even that could be perceived as a negative thing, where, like, maybe you want the easier matches because it's more just about the matches than it is the ranking. I don't know. This is... It's still so early and so hard to tell without it being in game. All I know is just, like, people have been at their limits. Like, literally, when Dungeons came out, I still remember to this day, man, when Dungeons came out, it was the same time as the first meetup. The first Seattle meetup that I hosted. And Kabam Mike and Adora surprisingly showed up to that meetup. They didn't say they were coming, but they were there. And they were like, all right, so give us your honest feedback about Dungeons. And I was like, they're fun, but, like, you have to, like, remove a game mode if you're going to add one, because you just can't keep adding on. There's just not enough time for it. And you don't actually want to remove a mode, but that's why I said, like, just combine modes, sort of. Where, like, points from one mode contribute towards, like, a pool of points where you could play, like, either or mode to get these points, sort of thing. And now here we are again, where we're adding on another mode, and this time it's significantly more grindy than Dungeons were. So, I hope people don't think I'm complaining just for the sake of complaining. This was literally my feedback 4 years ago. This was my exact I mean, I have a video on it 4 years ago, and we're here again. Eugene needs to get an ice pack to cool off his nutsack. Oh my goodness. I don't remember the exact number, but I had around 500 more matches just from the beta, so 45 plus a season isn't bad. Okay, but you also don't grind arena, Guy Gardner. I'm also curious, Guy Gardner, I can't remember if you're how involved you are with alliance modes too. As an arena player who doesn't have to play arena for a month, I have no problem with time investment, and I will see how far I can get, hopefully Celestial. I just don't think it's worth it. Okay, so in your case, you have the time, but you just don't think it's worth the time. Okay. Easy, send it over, Buck. Thank you very much. Saying, does it seem like a lot of these changes should have been tried in the beta? Maybe. I mean, I'm happy that they're launching the mode. This is a game that, like, it's ever evolving, right? It's a games as a service. You know, that's what these types of games are called, because they're not just a game. It's an actual service, and you're not subscribing to it because you don't have to pay a subscription fee, but at the end of the day, that's what the microtransactions cover and all that stuff. So, full release, beta release, it doesn't really matter what you call it. It'll change in season 2 or season 5 or whatever season. So, I don't think it's that big a deal that they're releasing it as is. I just hope that they listen to player feedback, and the only bad part is like it does push players away, man. It definitely does. I was extremely put off by the idea of having champion charges for Battlegrounds. And high cost just to play each match. So put off that even though I'd been looking forward to the mode forever, I mean, you guys saw how much I played. It was like the mode was dead to me. And I feel like I haven't recovered since. So will something like this push away even more players instead of bringing them in? I don't know. It depends on the person, I guess. Some people will just hop in season 2 or season 3 or whatever. Some people are gonna forever just be like, screw Battlegrounds. So yeah, I don't know. Let's go restarting the game 10 times to complete Titania's duel objective. Nice. Only 10 times? Very nice. All right, do map 8 times 3 times 5. Wait, what does that mean? 8 times 3 times 5. Oh, okay. All 3 battle groups you're saying. Okay. I'm not used to hearing people describe the number of battle groups there. 8 by 3 by 5, and currently plat 4 for war. I don't do arena outside of special arena events. Okay. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Like I said in my dungeon feedback video, I wanted dungeons, and I'm saying dungeons because this is before incursions. I wanted dungeons and arenas to sort of be combined. Because that's the really time-consuming mode. So if you don't play arena, yeah, you have some time, but guess what? If you're even if you spend and you're just trying to, like, you know, not spend an arm and a leg, maybe you just spend during like the really big events, you have to play arena. Just in order to be able to afford the catalyst that you get from other areas of the game. It's not even about like being competitive or keeping up. It's literally like you get rewards from one area of the game and you cannot use them unless you grind the arena. And like a significant amount of it. So how do you do both? How do you play the arena and Battlegrounds? Sounds sad. Chris, the arena just sounds sad. Oh man. I wish I could just buy a 6-star crystal. Well, Haley, for the low price of $99.99, that dream can come true. Maybe not today, but other days. Battlegrounds Battlegrounds news kind of bummed me out. At least I can watch season 5 of Cobra Kai. Oh wait, I already binged it all. Oh no, Gecko man, you have nothing to look forward to season 6. Okay, thanks. I have 4 stars. Scarlet Witch, Hulk Ragnarok, Apoc, Venom, Anti-Venom, and others. Kenny, I missed the original question here. Let's see. Do you recommend any particular synergies for me taking on Act 4? For Act 4, you don't. I don't know what the. Someone else sounds like they answered your question already, but I'll answer it too. You don't need synergies for Act 4. Technically, you don't need synergies for anything in the game. They're just there as like a little bonus. For some champions, it's like way more than a little bonus. For some champs, they are very strong. But for Act 4 in particular, you don't really need synergies. I'd recommend bringing in fewer synergies, actually, just because the paths are a little bit long and, you know, your champs are going to take damage. So kind of spreading out that damage over your team can sometimes be helpful to make it all the way through. I'm 3 minutes behind, but I agree there's not enough time or energy to play everything. Yeah. Want them to add something meant for 6-star champs that's multiple years ahead of its time, that's near impossible to beat at the moment, but has rewards that are out of this world. People will beat it. But dude, I like the sound of that too. I like when when content is released that literally cannot be beat. Like, oh, I so badly wish I was playing the game when Realm of Legends first came out. I mean, it was probably a good thing. I've said this before. I'll say it again. If I played MCOC when it first released, I don't think I would have played the game any more than like that one day that that's it. Because when the game first released, there were no synergies, there were no masteries, there were no awakened abilities. What a foreign concept to like present day MCOCers, where literally champions could not, they didn't have any awakened abilities, right? When I downloaded the game, all that stuff was there. And that's the kind of stuff that drew me into the game. In particular, like the masteries. God, I love those types of systems in games. And I was like, oh, cool. That's here. That's neat. There was no Alliance War when I first downloaded the game. That got added a few months after. This game was like bare bones AF when it first released. And yeah, Battlegrounds looks like a pretty fleshed out game mode in comparison, but I'm sure there's still stuff missing from it that they weren't able to squeeze in for the release. And hopefully it gets cooler over time, but the one thing that I think is going to remain consistent is that it is going to take a lot of time. I don't know how they're going to change that, if they would ever change it. Not having to unlock all these specials would be significantly easier / better. You think so? It would be easier to, like, you know, have the most powerful version of your champion, but there's like no growth there. I have one huge problem with Battlegrounds. If you have all the money for refills, you can run matches all day, every day, and eventually you'll be number one. Feels not really competitive. In the solo and alliance events, you're saying, right? Because at the end of the day, there is still the rewards for actually being the #1 best player. There is still a competitive side to it. I do understand what you're saying, though, and yeah, I mean, I do agree that it is a bit silly. But just to be totally fair, there's two sides of it. There's the ultra time consume side and the competitive side. And honestly, they both are very time consuming, but I was playing and Realm of Legends was something to strive for, and all I want is that feeling back. Yeah, dude, I don't know if I ever finished my thought, but that's what I wanted. Yeah. Something where you go in with a rank 5 5-star and can't even budge their health, but they one-shot your block. How much would, like, what would be possible these days for the devs to even create, though? Like, I'm sure there's something that they could create that would just be an absolute roadblock. But, like, players have literally done fights where they've gotten hundreds of hits in a row without even taking a blocked hit, you know? Wolverine was something truly special, because at the time there was nothing to counter healing. We would need something like that. Anything short of that would, like, people would be able to get through. Even if something killed you, like let's say you enter the fight and you lose 10% of your health every second. There's no way to avoid it. You lose 10% of your health every single second. Doesn't matter what your champion's tagged as or anything like that. People would get through. They would just get through with, 150,000 revives. Start farming 3.2.6 today, you know, or gift revives in the gifting event. You know, this is the last time we'll be able to do it before the gifting event is truly gone. The Awakening Gems, 60,000 6-star shards and 206 stones are worth way more than 60k trophy tokens, especially when you already have earned a bunch normally. Hold on. Let me go back and look at that again. Okay. I don't know if this really sunk in until I read your comment, Nick. For some reason, even though I read this and I thought I understood it at the time, I was still kind of attaching these rewards to actually being good at the game and not just playing 24/7 like it was an arena grind. Wow. Yeah, that really helped to put things in perspective. I don't know how I missed that or just misinterpreted it. Because again, I mean, I tried to make sure I read through this slowly and clearly, but for whatever reason, my brain, I guess I'm just used to games rewarding players for being good. And you're right, though. These rewards far outweigh anything that you can get from actually being literally the #1 best player in the game, or at least according to Battlegrounds, the best player in the game. Yeah. These rewards are far more significant. So it really is just how quickly can you refresh. It literally is an arena grind. Oh man. I mean, I was already feeling a little bit disappointed, but that really just put things in perspective of yeah, and that's a month-long arena grind. Yeah, that's true. That's a month-long arena grind. When I was saying it was going to be time-consuming, I was coming at it from the perspective of, like, you know, playing naturally, maybe like 4 hours a day or something like that. The #1 reward is literally going to be account shared. Grinding 24 hours a day. Oh my god, dude. That's so much worse than I thought. Why do they do this, guys? What the hell, man? I thought they saved the mode. My god. I thought they at least partially saved the mode where it was like, you know, they fixed a lot of the issues I had to actually make each individual Battleground match more fun. But oh my god, dude. They need to change it, like, literally before it releases. But it's too late. It's too late. It's already here. Hooray! Hooray for Battlegrounds. Oh my god. Why? What the hell, man? I'm significantly more disappointed now than I ever was. No one shares accounts, BG. That's against the TOS. Yeah. Even if you don't account share, I was exaggerating a little bit there because it would be a bit risky to actually account share and literally be online 24 hours a day. But you can play 16 hours a day and you don't have to play well. You actually have to play better in Arena than you do in Battlegrounds. Let that sink in for a minute. Because you do not need... Holy hell, dude. This is all you have to do. You have to assign an attacker and defender. You have to draft a champion. Oh my god. You don't have to win fights. Auto could do this, man. Guys, I'm sorry I didn't realize this until now. I see the comments of like, I've been waiting for this reaction. Oh man. I don't know how I missed it. I don't know how I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I don't. Holy hell. This is less competitive than oh man. I mean, I shouldn't say less competitive than Arena. It's just less actual gameplay required than the Arena. What a joke, dude. Just have to click the start button. Yeah, that's all you have to do. Click the start button and buy more refills. Buy more refreshes. You don't even have to play. You would literally would probably score points faster by forfeiting the matches if there was a way to do so. What the hell, man? I was holding out a shred of hope to be like, oh yeah. And you know, maybe there's something oh my god. I mean, there is still something they can do. They can they can cancel this whole first season, man. Take it back. What the hell, man? This has completely killed my excitement for the mode. Ah, man, look at that, dude. Happy McMuffins is like the target audience for this mode. The dude is literally a 2-time champion. And a solo competitive mode finally hits the game and can't be enjoyed because of how it's hitting the game by someone who just, I imagine, wants to defend that title. I want to see you defend that title. What the hell, dude? I don't even know what to say now, man. T-Pizzle, thank you very much for the bucks. All right, BG, it's that time again. D2 trivia time. The answer isn't in your head or in your mail. Name the piece of Khaled's flail. Or the pieces. Okay, so we got the brain, the eyeball. There is a third, right? Well, it's the flail itself. I think there's a brain, an eyeball, and a heart. No, is it a heart? I'm blanking on the third one, dude. Freaking Act 3. That's what you get for skipping it so many times, you know? Everybody who's played Diablo 2 has been rushed through Act 3 a million times. The nuts? No, there was no nuts. It was like the spiders. I know it was something in the spider area. There was something from the flare jungle, and then there was something from the sewers. In like the Karast Bazaar. That's the best I could do off the top of my head. If I like loading up the game, I could totally go and collect all those things right now without having to think very much. But I can't remember the actual like names of the individual pieces. Yeah, dude, straight to Trav and Mephisto is right. Once upon a time, you didn't even have to make a stop at Trav. You just go straight to Mephisto, call it a day. And then they were like, okay. That's... People are skipping over the entirety of the act. We gotta make him at least do Trav. Eye, heart, brain, and flail. Okay. So I was correct. Those were the 3 body parts. I couldn't name, like, which is which, though. Like, which you get from which area. Or, like, this specific name. The flail, of course, coming from Trav. By the way, T-Pizzle, you're probably well aware of this already, but makes an amazing level 1 weapon, dude. If you can get the stats to use it, it's so fast, and pop that on like any melee class, or any class, really. T-Pizzle, that was a good one, dude. That was a good one. That was, like, easy to sort of get the answer right, but very difficult to get it completely right, you know? Yeah, with Saigons? Yeah, exactly, dude. You put that flail on with Saigons? Dude, you're good to go. Alright, damn BG, this sucks. I was excited for you to be excited for the new mode. Love your streams. Man. Well, thank you very much for saying you like the streams. To be honest, I kind of share your exact thoughts. For the other people like Happy McMuffins, where I was excited to be excited for Happy. I was excited to be excited for Legacy, you know? Because I kind of already determined that, like, it's impossible for me to be competitive in Battlegrounds. It's just literally impossible. You know, rosters. I asked Karate Mike, like, how many rank 3 champions he had the other day. He has literally 4 times the amount that I do. And for sure, I hurt the development of my roster by, like, not being in an alliance this year. But it's only been 9 months, you know, or or 8 months, really, right? It's been 8 months, so I for sure would have had, you know, like, more rank ups by now and stuff like that. But like, there just was never a way to keep up. Using Karate Mike as an example because, well, we were in the same alliance, we were in the same battle group, and Karate Mike spends, but he doesn't spend as much as, like, you know, someone that dominates a gifting event or something like that. So even in cases like that, it was just impossible. All right, Guy Gardner sending over a buck. But anyway, just to wrap up that thought, I was still going to be happy to cheer on other people, to commentate some matches, things like that. Maybe take in some, you know, if someone recorded it and wanted to send a really cool match my way, I would have maybe, like, commentated on some of those or something. Tournaments, all that type of stuff. But it just feels like this is really destructive to the mode. All right, Guy Gardner, though, thank you for the buck, saying, I can't imagine a full month of refreshing would be worth it compared to just buying calves. Why would someone play 16 hours straight? It wouldn't be worth it at that point. Oh, Guy Gardner. Welcome to the Battle Realm, I guess. If we never had arenas, I would be like, yeah, maybe people won't play 16 hours a day. That might be possible. It literally happens every single week, though, dude. It happens every single week that players are willing to spend 16 hours a day doing something. We had an event. It was for Thor Ragnarok. I don't remember all the details of the event, but it was like a month long. You get points for doing X. And you got points for doing like really simple stuff. And people played to such an absurd level that, yes, for an entire month, people were playing 16 hours a day. It's believed that the top spot was actually a bot that went undetected and unbanned. I can't remember if they ever fixed that or not, but I remember Gatto at the time, repping the Italian MCOCers out there. He was a big time grinder and he was going for the top spots, and I want to say he was number 2, only lost to that bot or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but the point is people are willing to play and play and play. Only 16 hours, you lazy bums. What about the other 8 hours? Yeah. Listen, even if you want to say like 16 hours is unrealistic, okay, what about 14? Like, the point is, people are going to do, people are going to put in an absurd amount of time compared to someone that's like just really good at the game and just wanted to flex their ability of playing the game and didn't want to have to dedicate their life to get the rewards. What's the point? You're just totally making the game mode, like you're making skill obsolete is what you're doing. Not saying people won't play that amount of them, but to spend units in order to keep playing that amount of time for a month, wouldn't it be worth it just getting calves for 6-star champs? For some people, sure. Some people are just gonna not play and just buy the offers. For others, it is gonna be worth it. Endurance is a skill, BG. Fair enough. Endurance is a skill, yeah. You're not wrong, man. You got to build up that endurance. Champion of Valhalla title event. Is that what it was? That does sound familiar. I feel like we've slowly seen you lose your excitement for the mode, and now they just killed almost everyone's. Maybe. Man. I got to a point where, like, I didn't even really care about my own situation anymore. I just wanted everyone else to have fun, so that like you know, like I said when I stepped away from Alliance stuff, I just wanted to be like a member of the community, you know? Made a lot of friends over the years playing this game, and I still wanted to maintain those friendships and maybe do some cool stuff. And I don't even necessarily care about like what the mode is for me, but it does really suck just seeing like who can enjoy this? Who is this for? Ugh. All right, Steve Attic sent it over Buck saying, BG, what's the TLDR for Battlegrounds? Oh, man. You're gonna make me go through it again, huh? Is somebody peeling onions? Alright, Static, the TLDR is this. I don't mind you asking, by the way. I'm only saying that because it's bad. The TLDR is this. You gain points for participation. There's a solo event where you gain a lot of points just for queuing up a match. And you gain very little points for actually winning the fights of the match. And you get all these milestone rewards, right? And then you gain a butt ton of points, butt ton of rewards for like being in the top for like most points, right? Where you get a 6-star gem. This is 200 sig stones, 60,000 6-star shards, and of course that's just rank 1. It scales down from there. And then there's also an alliance event where same thing. You gain points for drafting a champion, for assigning an attacker, for assigning a defender, and completing a match. There's not even a point here for you gain literally 0 points based on your performance of the match. Not even a single point for a win. You just have to play the match and you gain more points. And then of course you gain things like tier 6 basic, tier 3 alpha, class catalyst, trophy tokens that you could spend in the Battlegrounds store. And then if you actually want to be competitive and try to be the very best like no one ever was, well, all you gain is some trophy tokens that pale in comparison to the other rewards of just playing 24 hours a day as much as you possibly can to rack up as many points as possible. Which means it's not a competitive mode in terms of skill. It's a competitive mode in terms of an arena grind. And because you don't actually have to win said matches of Battlegrounds, it's actually less skill required than arena. In the arena, you still have to win 2 out of 3 matches to keep your streak going. In Battlegrounds, it doesn't matter if you can win 0 matches and you still get the bulk of your points. And just do that as fast as possible. Forfeit the match if you could figure out a quick way to do it. And that's it. That's Battlegrounds. That's the reward system. They built a bunch of cool stuff. The other TLDR stuff is like, they actually do have a relatively cool infrastructure here for like, progression and going through some of the ranks. It's just that all of this stuff is completely irrelevant. It's all 100% worthless. All the time that was spent developing this stuff was all for naught because it means nothing. And hopefully in a future season it'll mean something, but for the first season at least, it will mean nothing. And that's the TLDR. And the TLDR from Eric Lataxis is that he's broken my knees. Dude, Eric Lataxis sent it over $100. Saying this is for Simon to replace Simon's video. Oh, come on, man. I almost wish you didn't send over $100, because if you just sent over like $1 to play Simon's video, I'd be like, not happening. But $100, I feel inclined to agree to said request to play his video. Oh, God. This is going to sound a little crazy. I don't know if I've ever said this publicly before. I don't even think I've said this to Laura before. Pain. Love it, dude. Bring my gimp because I want to embrace pain tonight. Naked and afraid in the dungeon. I have a big ass, and I will use that big ass. Taking a pounding over the years. Brutally hard. That's huge. You want to bleed me? Fire the hole. Yes. Oh, God. Oh, that's so good. Created a new butthole. This is a hate crime straight out of the butt. Battlegrounds is the hate like crime. Out like a whole ass pig. You guys know I'm a little bit weird with food, right? Maybe a little bit is this underselling it. Get back in there. You could slap me around all you want, dude. I don't care what age you are. It's just like I'm telling the pig to get back in there, dude. Oh, God. Fun. Some good old-fashioned fun. The little old ladies, I mean, slapping people around is a pretty good time. Listen, I didn't say I always followed proper ethics. And now I'm gonna take you. Business or pleasure? Up your butt and around the corner. Looking for booty. What a tease. Tell the people what you're wearing. Hot Mr. Sexy Pants. A lot of leather. Look at that pair of balls right there. When did I say hot Mr. Sexy Pants even? I don't even understand. Sorry, dude. I thought you were talking about your nuts. Ooh, it's been a while since I've given masochism tips. The most difficult part about masochism is it's the spikes, because your nuts will hurt. How much more pain can someone endure, you know? This is my live reaction to Battlegrounds. Hurts so bad. I kept thinking of the word fap. Am I proud of it? Look what you've done, Simon. Simon, you've created a lifestyle for me that... I forgot to put this back on. I paused the messages from popping up on screen, so they're gonna play through now. Whoops. My bad on that. All right. Crispy Nagasaki said it over $1. Thank you very much. Saying, Twitters, please. This has me fuming right now. $30 revives and 437 units in. Stuck at Sassy, and they take away the gauntlet from me. Dude. I heard this happen to some people. I would be very pissed off too. Listen, I'm not always a fan of compensation. You will rarely hear me talk about compensation compared to the average request stuff, for it. This is a case where compensation is 100% necessary. They took away the gauntlet to keep people up to speed here. The gauntlet, some people were able to get the rewards a third time, essentially. So they had to, take the gauntlet away. They took a while to take it away. And there was a bunch of people that were going through it for the first time and just got caught in the crossfire of it all, where they pulled the quest away. And of course, that's going to kick someone out of the quest. And yeah, in this case, 30 revives and 437 units were wasted. Dang, dude. I think they'll do the right thing on this one. Kabam does usually do the right thing with stuff like this. It sucks for right now. I hope they do the right thing. They better, man, because that's really messed up. Sucks, dude. Sorry to hear it. Guy Garner sending over another buck as well, saying, I think most of this complaint is moot, as 99% of us will never get that top rank. It's not just the top rank, dude. Why can't a mode be fun without having to get the #1 reward? Yeah, it has nothing to do with just the top rank. It's like, how are you encouraged to play the mode? You're not encouraged to play the mode. You're encouraged to, to play around the mode. Of course, only one person is going to get the top spot, but what about the top 1,000 spots? Or the top, whatever. Like, there's just nothing there for people that were looking forward to this mode to do. If you're only looking at the top spot, then you're completely missing the point of the arguments. I'm sorry if that sounds rude to say it that way, but just gonna be blunt and say it that way. That it does not have to do with that top spot. Zurafa sending over a loony. Thank you very much. And I also noticed they say the other Battleground deck slots can be unlocked, so bad feeling those might also be monetized. Honestly, I don't necessarily mind if they wanted to monetize deck slots. I actually think that's fine. I don't necessarily mind for that, personally. I could understand why some people maybe wouldn't like it, but that's the sort of thing that I feel like is more of like an ethical monetization model, where like do you really need more than one deck slot to enjoy the mode? No, you can play with one deck slot and just, alter it or whatever. But if you want the convenience of, like, assembling more than one, having a little bit of a, a cost associated, I don't mind that, really. But again, I understand people are going to feel differently about that one. Ben's Blazy, thank you very much for the 400 HUFs. Oh, are you just saying $1? Okay. Battlegrounds could be solved with one extremely simple trick. Have all competitive entries locked /day. Like you can only play 10 runs a day in the competitive mode. It wouldn't really solve it though. Because what that encourages is unfortunately something else that breaks the TOS, where if you have like a limited number of matches that you can play on one account, it encourages playing on another account, which technically doesn't have to break the TOS if you have more than one account. But a lot of players, what they would do is like, play on someone else's account, get their practice in, learn what the, best strategies are type of thing, and then go back and play on their main account. It happened all the time in Legends runs. Of course, I never did it myself, but that's what I was competing against. It's what many of us were competing against. I don't think a lot of people did that. Well, I don't think the majority of people did that, but there were a lot of people that did it. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. People would practice for that stuff all the time. So it's a little bit more complicated of a fix than that, but it is a very fixable thing. It's just, I don't know if Kabam wants to fix it. Or, I mean, this is obviously very intentional on their part. So will there be a reaction to like from Kabam based on the player base reaction? Probably. And I'm assuming there's going to be changes going forward. But it's a shame that it has to be that way where like, man, I don't think this is something that you needed feedback on to get right. Certain things you need feedback on. Match length, percentages of health, how difficult the nodes are. There's a lot of stuff that like getting player feedback on, vitally important to making a game mode, good for the masses. Something like this, like, bro, you don't need players to play this and see how they feel. This is just... all right, anyway, Biggie Steve 18, thank you for the buck, saying, can we all agree if we find a pro player thing, we shut the hell up about it? That will never be the case, unfortunately. Listen, man, I wasn't out here trying to blow up the gauntlet spot. But there's always going to be someone that brings it up. Just the way it is. Big Steve, thank you for the buck, though. Static, sending over another buck as well. Static, where are you at? I also would have accepted BGs are pointless, just do arena. Yeah. Maybe I should have just said that. That would have been easier to say. That's kind of true. Just do arena. All right, Easy sending over 5 as well, saying, so basically, if we go in to play Battlegrounds, chances are it's going to be someone just spamming to finish matches, not to win. Do I understand correctly? You might face someone like that. I don't know if that's going to be like the actual norm. The way I would approach Battlegrounds is like, if I knew this system was going to stay as is, yeah, that's what I'd be doing. But assuming Kabam does the right thing and changes the mode, you want to actually practice and get good at Battlegrounds still for future seasons. And then there's also the point of like, if you're spamming matches, it's going to cost you money. Or units or whatever, which you of course spend money to get the units. Because you will run out of the entry You will run out of Elder's Marks if you're just spamming super hard. So you still want to try to win to maximize your points that are available for free by winning the fights. But some players, if you're going for the top rewards, yeah, they may just be spamming. It's hard to say how many people are just going to spam and not try. I do imagine a good amount of people will still try, but the point is you don't have to. If you want to just take the, quit match way out, you can, and you will be rewarded for it. It's just going to cost you money as well. So essentially you just buy the best rewards from Battlegrounds. You don't earn them. Alan, thank you for the 5, saying, hey, BG, I love your channel. You're such an amazing person. It's super satisfying when you pull a good champ, and I hope you keep this up. Ah, man, Alan, what a nice message. Thank you very much for the support and the kind words. Thank you, dude. All right, Guy Garner also sending over $1. Saying, not rude to say this is a discussion, of course. Okay, good. I didn't want you to take it as being rude. However, I think the argument does not hold up, as every other game mode has a similar structure. Where rewards per from the start? No. I think the mode itself and the nature of getting a higher spot makes it worth playing. Okay. And that's fair enough, if that's your take on it. That's totally fair. However, I would disagree that this is like every other mode that we've ever had, because at least you're not incentivized just to lose in other modes. Like, all right, let me break it down this way to go back to the point thing. So if you do try to win, you may get in a situation where you have to play all 3 matches. And if you have to play all 3 matches, that's going to slow you down. The bulk of your points, even if you win like 2 out of the 3 matches, you only get 400 points. Just for queuing up the matches, you get 1250. The maximum amount that you can ever get from, going like 2-0 in a match, or just 2-1, 2-0, whatever, winning twice, is 1650. But you might have to play 3 matches to get that 1650 versus just playing 2 and like literally pause quitting the fight so that once your opponent is done with their fight, assuming you're also throwing in like 1-star champions, and they can just one-shot those 1-star champions, you will end those matches in about 10 seconds flat, plus the time it takes to, pick your attacker, defender, whatever, right? Greatly speeding up the rate at which you gain 1250 points compared to a slowed down version of a potential 1650. But sometimes you would even lose those matches and you would end up only getting 1250 if you got, if you went 0-2. Or, you win 1 out of 3 matches, 1450, etc., right? But if you want to be competitive on a point per time spent in the mode ratio, you fill up your deck with 1- and 2-star champions, preferably 2 stars that are not ranked, mind you. You rapid fire pick everything as fast as you possibly can. You pause quit out of matches. I'd maybe recommend hitting the opponent 1 single time, just in case you're up against someone else that's pause quitting. You could at least maybe get that 1 attack in, maybe you get a win for it. And that's how you play. That's the guide to Battlegrounds right there. You do not try to win if you're trying to maximize your points. Again, I cannot imagine that Battlegrounds would stay this way for long. So I do recommend maybe trying just to learn, just to get better at the game. But if things did stay the way they are, that's how you play. Throw in your lowest star champions. Refresh. GG. All right, T-Pizzle sending over $1. Thank you, dude. Saying, BG, you are my brother from another mother, from East Coast to West Coast. Keep up the content and let me know of any MCOC meetups. Ah, T Pizzle, man. Coming in here with a sick message as well. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it, man. Alright, EZ705 as well, saying, seems like this is Kabam's way of saying, okay, you want to take the champ timers away? Fine. This is how we will monetize it instead. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The thing is, when they had my argument for why the champion refresh timers were bad is because it discouraged competitive play. It feels like Kabam, they never intended Battlegrounds to be a competitive mode, because their solution to taking those away and finding a way to monetize it is also to keep it as a non-competitive mode. You can maybe say that's dumb to say. What do you mean? This is it's a competitive mode. None of this information here tells me it's a competitive mode. Not in the traditional sense of like skill competitive. It is a competitive the same way that the arenas are competitive, but that's just what this is, man. It's just a different version of the arena. Where less skill is required. Don't forget. You don't actually have to win fights, unlike the arena where you do. Guy Garner, thank you for another buck saying War has shell alliances. Arena has a pay to win. AQ is a prestige play. There are ways to cheese each game mode to min-max rewards. I mean, using cheese there is maybe a little bit of a stretch. But yes, correct. There are ways to play these game modes that maybe would not have been the intended way, like with shell alliances for Alliance War. However, I think that's the only one that you can maybe compare this to, even slightly. The others, I just don't. That's a bit of a reach to me. Those are like basically the way I'm reading your message is like, well, other game modes aren't perfect, so why should this one have to live up to a standard? Like, that's how I'm interpreting the message you're sending. Because yeah, there's flaws in any system for sure, but this is like, this goes beyond a little exploitable flaw or something. Like, I don't know, man. I guess I'm just not making the connection the way that you would want me to make the connection with what you're saying. But it's the way I see it. Biggie Steve 18, thank you for another 2 as well, saying if you find someone with a 1 and 2 stars, you just wait in the match. I would to a 700 hit Taken fight just to mess with the guy trying to throw. Oh, just like time, like pause the match and make it take longer to get your win. Is that what you're saying? That'd be pretty funny. Someone's trying to go really fast and get into the next match, and you're just taking as long as humanly possible in there. Yeah, other modes suck, so Battlegrounds should suck too. That's kind of what I was. Yeah, exactly, Nick. That shouldn't be a reason why Battlegrounds is like even worse. Oh man. All right, guys. Anyway, it's very late. I needed to end the stream like 40 minutes ago, but I have to go, man. BG, you should now cancel your massive crystal opening in protest. Hold on till the next game mode comes out in 2025. Oh man. I mean, I'm not going to delay the mass crystal cleanup, but the sad thing is, the reason why I wanted to wait out until Battlegrounds went live is because I wanted the crystals that I opened Like, I wanted the decisions that I made with the results of those opened crystals. I wanted those to matter for Battlegrounds. They don't. They don't matter in Battlegrounds right now. Bam done messed up big time, dude. What the hell? Alright, we're gonna raid Abby Doe. Guy Gunner sending over one last minute buck here. Thank you very much. And what I'm saying is no matter what game mode it is, people will find a way to max rewards with minimal effort that doesn't make it inherently bad. Alright, did you see the forum post? I don't know what to say, man. We might just have to agree to disagree on this one. Yeah, there's ways to maximize rewards with minimal effort, but at least you're still, like, encouraged to play the mode. You still have to win the fight in the arena. You know, it'd be one thing if yeah, in the arena it was literally just, you know, use your units and then quit out of the fight and you still get your points. Then okay, then Battlegrounds would be like the arenas, which would be really bad, by the way. You can't justify something being bad by looking at other things that are bad, but at least then it would be a correct comparison. But even in the arenas, you still have to play the game. You still have to actually fight. In Battlegrounds, you do not. You do not have to fight. It is your best interest to not fight. I hope you enjoy the mode, and that is a genuine hope. I hope that people do still enjoy Battlegrounds. But damn, there's just no way that I can. Okay, anyway, before I go, shout out to Messiah for being tonight's biggest D. Messiah, thank you very much, dude. Once again, thank you very much. And this is the link to Abby Doe's if you guys want to continue the conversation. Well, I don't know what conversation Abby Doe's got going over there, but if you want to continue the party at least. Is Abby Doe grind? He's grinding for Scarlet Witch. He's got 62 million points right now. Look at this guy. Well, crap, I can't put it on screen right now. But he's got 62 million, almost 63 million by the time you get in there. Probably over 63 million. Going for Scarlet Witch. So I wish him the best of luck. All right, thank you to everyone else too. It was a good discussion, even if there was, you know, I like that people disagree, by the way. I think life would be pretty boring if we all just agreed at everything all the time, right? So it's good that we have, you know, differing views. And again, if you're into the way Battlegrounds are releasing now, awesome. It's just there's a lot of us that aren't. So it'd be nice if Kabam figured out a way to actually make us all interested. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow and we can just continue the discussion then too. So hope you all have a great rest of the night. Night, everybody.